Hey everybody, it's Dave and Robin here from MogDog.
Hey everyone!
If you're new to Stardew Valley, you've come to the right place. We're going to show you a whole pile of awesome tips to help you get off on the right foot in your Stardew Valley journey.
If you find this video useful, please consider subscribing to our channel and welcome to the MogDog family.
It's a great idea to check your TV regularly in the morning. The weather report lets you know if it will be raining the next day, and this can be super helpful in planning out what you're going to be doing. Now, the fortune teller will let you know how the spirits are feeling today. The spirits positively or negatively affect your luck. Luck's kind of an invisible stat that's happening in the background and influences many things like how much wood you get when chopping down a tree, your chances of finding ores and other treasures in the mine, and even things like fishing. There's not a whole lot you can do about your luck, but it helps to know if it's a good luck day if you are heading into the mines on a treasure hunt. Also, every Sunday, the Queen of Sauce will teach you a new recipe, and you can also catch reruns of past episodes every Wednesday.
It goes without saying that crops can only grow if you water them. So until you get to the point where you have sprinklers, it's a great idea to make watering one of the first things you do every morning.
Garbage cans are located outside of people's houses all over Pelican Town. In the early game, this is a fantastic way to get your hands on some free items. Now, most of the time you're only going to find trash, but from time to time you can uncover some useful things. Just don't get caught by a villager.
There are all kinds of valuable items you can forage in virtually every spot in Stardew Valley that's outside of your farm. These forageables are a great way to earn some extra cash, and many of them will also be required for the community center bundles. Try going for a tour of Stardew Valley once a week and grab up everything you come across.
Speaking of forageables, you can find spring onions on the island in Cindersap Forest. These spring onions respawn every day during the spring, and any that aren't collected simply disappear overnight and new ones will respawn.
Did you know that you can get loads of salmon berries every spring? This very special fruit is a fantastic source of energy and a great way to make a little extra money. They start appearing on bushes all over Stardew Valley every spring on the 15th, but by the 18th they are gone. So get your hands on these sweet little berries while you can. Bonus tip: these same bushes will also produce blackberries in the fall.
In your travels, you have probably seen these little wormy things sticking up out of the ground. These are actually called artifact spots, and they're located all over the place, even on your farm. Just hit these little guys with your hoe and something will pop on out of there. It could be anything from a rock to a treasure you can donate to the museum, and if you're really lucky, you may even find a dinosaur egg.
On the subject of dinosaur eggs, if you happen to find one of these, resist the urge to donate it to the museum. Hatch the first one you get in a coop, and in a short time you will have all kinds of dinos running around. These adorable little guys will keep making more eggs that you can donate to the museum. Ah, look at him!
Now, you may have noticed that there's a broken bridge at the beach near Willie's Fish Shop. It costs just 300 wood to fix this up, and I highly recommend you do this as soon as you can. It unlocks a small island where you can find a whole bunch of extra forageable items, and even a new dock where you can catch some fish not found anywhere else.
If you accidentally place an item in your shipping bin, and trust me, this has happened to all of us, you can take it back out by clicking on it. Now keep in mind that only the last item placed in the bin can be retrieved. If you place another item into the bin, then the previous item is gone forever.
Now, I'm sure you figured out pretty quickly that inventory space is at a premium. This is especially true when you are first starting out. Most of the merchants in Pelican Town will purchase relevant items from you. For example, Pierre will buy any forageables you find as well as crops. Clint will take gems and ore off your hands, and good old Willie's motto is, if it smells, it sells. Selling to merchants during your travels is a great way to help you manage your inventory space.
You will probably find yourself running out of inventory space really quickly, but you can purchase a new backpack from Pierre. The first pack costs 2,000 gold and this will open up 12 new slots. Try to get this one as soon as you can, because once you start going into the mines, you will need all the space you can get. The final pack costs a massive 10,000 gold, but it opens the last 12 slots in your inventory, so it's well worth the investment as soon as you can afford it.
When you start fishing, you're going to find yourself pulling up a lot of trash. Trash won't get you anything if you try to sell it, but that doesn't mean that it's worthless. Save all your trash, because later you will be able to make a recycling machine to turn that trash into valuable items.
Since we are on the topic of saving things, it's a great idea to keep at least one of everything you find. Almost everything in Stardew Valley has a purpose. You may need it for the community center, it might be required for a recipe, or you might even be able to gift it to a villager to increase your friendship level with them. Get into the habit of keeping at least one of everything. You won't regret it.
Hands down, chests are the best way to keep organized. They cost a mere 50 wood, and you can make them right from the start of the game. Try placing them near your shipping bin, that way when you return from a day of adventuring, you have easy access to your storage area and the place where you will sell excess items, all in one convenient location. Another handy tip for staying organized is to color code your chests. For example, I plan on storing fish in this one, so I'm going to make it blue. And I'm going to keep all of my ores and gems in this one, so I'm going to use a gold color. Now I can tell at a glance which chests contain what items.
After you wake up on your second day, you can go visit Willy anytime, and he will give you a free fishing pole. Yay! For some people, fishing comes naturally, and for others, it can be a real struggle. But many quests will require you to catch certain types of fish. If you're finding it difficult to get the hang of fishing, just keep practicing. I promise it will get easier.
And if you are struggling, you can purchase a training rod from Willy for just 25 gold. You won't be able to catch the rarest fish with this rod, but the active green bar is substantially larger, making it much easier to reel them in. Once you pass a couple of levels, it gets a lot easier and you can switch back to the bamboo pole.
There are lots of secret fishing spots all over Stardew Valley. In fact, we made a video highlighting many of the locations. If that's something that interests you, I'll put that up in the top right corner and you can check it out. Here is an easy one for you to try. You can actually fish in the fountain near the community center. You will get a lot of rocks and sticks, but if you keep at it, you will eventually pull up something really cool.
Mixed seeds have a low chance of dropping anytime you harvest a weed using either your scythe, sword, axe, or hoe. They can also be found when you till dirt or sand and can even be obtained in fishing chests. These are a great way to get some extra crops when you are low on cash.
One of the most valuable crops in the game is ancient fruit, and the only way to get ancient fruit seeds is to donate the first one you find to the museum. Gunther will reward you with your first plantable ancient fruit, as well as the recipe to craft more. Be sure to plant your seed as early in the spring as you can, because ancient fruit plants take 28 days to grow. Once you have a fully grown plant, it will provide you with fresh fruit every week. Ancient fruit is one of only a few plants that survives as the seasons change, but like all outdoor plants, it will die in the winter.
Now you may not have realized that most of the trees outside of your farm can be harvested for wood. Cindersap Forest is a great place to get wood, and all of the trees outside of your farm will naturally respawn. So don't be afraid to clear out your farm area to make room for crops and livestock.
Quartz is a fairly common mineral found in the mines. Rather than sell it, go ahead and place it in a furnace. The result will be a refined quartz, which is required for many crafting recipes and can also be sold for double the value.
Many crops in Stardew Valley are seasonal. For example, potatoes can only be grown in the spring. Now, one of the best pieces of advice I can give is to plant some of every available crop every season. There is nothing worse than finding out you need a particular crop for a quest or bundle and having to wait a few seasons before you can plant it again. Alright, the last area we're going to cover off in this video is your energy. When you are first starting out in Stardew Valley, energy is your biggest enemy. You're going to run out of it very quickly, so here are a few helpful tips so you can get the most out of your energy meter.
First of all, you will want to make sure your tool hit box is on. You can find this setting under the options menu in the general section. Make sure this box titled Always Show Tool Hit Location is checked. Now you will see a red box showing you where your tool is going to strike. This is really helpful for saving your precious energy by not hitting somewhere you don't want.
Using your axe, hoe, pickaxe, watering can, or fishing pole all require different amounts of energy. But using a sword or your scythe costs none. So if you find yourself running low on energy, try doing things like clearing out the weeds around your farm with your scythe for the rest of the day.
It may sound simple, but eating food is a great way to help restore your energy level. In the early parts of the game, it is much better to get more done in a day than to make a few extra coins selling your food.
Using up all of your energy before turning in each night is a great plan. Cutting down those extra couple of trees or clearing away some unwanted debris will really help down the road.
Try to make it to bed before midnight whenever you can. As long as you are in bed before 12, you will recover all your energy. Every minute you stay up past 12 means less energy for the next day. And if you stay up past 1:30, you will only recover about 20%. A good night's sleep means a great morning.
Okay, let's cover leveling up. When you level up a skill, you will get better at using the tool related to that skill. For example, by leveling my foraging skill, I have gained +1 axe proficiency. This means that my axe will cost a little less energy per swing than it has in the past. You will also typically learn a new crafting recipe or two each time you level up. Alright, I really hope you guys found this video useful, and if you did, let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps us out. Bye for now.
See you later.